Thank you. Oh, we've even got a round of applause as well. Thank you very much. Thank you. Oh, you're so kind. What an audience, you really, really are. Thank you so much, you're so kind. Even though we can't even get an audience into the studio because of COVID, of course, the wonderful world of COVID has got even worse. It's lovely to be back, hope everyone is well, and I had a little break for the last 2 weeks, and it's so good to be back on the show. And the show's going to have a little makeover tomorrow because, of course, it's the 1st of December. So this week, I thought to myself we'd have 3 shows, because, of course, I haven't been here for the last 2 weeks. So I thought, what better to do is to have 3 shows this week. Today, tomorrow and Wednesday. And then Saturday, what we're going to do is on Saturday, we are going to have our special Christmas shows, which start this Saturday at 10 o'clock. Woo! So what's going to be on these Christmas shows, I hear you cry? So, what we're going to be doing is, on the Christmas shows, there's going to be Christmas music, Christmas news, everything to do with Christmas from this Saturday for the next couple of Saturdays. So it'll be this Saturday, that Saturday after, Saturday after that. Those 3 shows are going to be all to do with Christmas. Now, it's all our Christmas shows. It's going to be called Luke Howard Live at Christmas. So not very much has really changed to the show there. Just the name that has really add a little bit of a makeover. And of course there'll be Christmas pictures. The picture of me, as you can see on the show now, is actually going to be me in a Santa's hat sort of ish. So that's all it's really going to be. And we're also going to have some Christmas interviews as well. And here's who we've got popping in for a chat sometime this week. So coming up on the show today then, we are going to be talking about lots of great news. We're also going to be playing lots of great music, and we'll have a little mix today, because of course tomorrow is going to be everything Christmas, and it is the 30th of November, remember, because it's not just December just yet. So we're going to be playing great music, we're going to be doing mix today, and then Christmas and not Christmas, and then tomorrow, from the 1st of December, of course, we're going to be playing all Christmas music on the show. It's going to be absolutely amazing from tomorrow, but today, we're going to be talking all the news. We're going to be talking about COVID in shops. Now, from Wednesday this week, shops can open in England, so we are going to talk about that, and we're also going to be talking about the COVID infection rates as well. Now, today is a very special day because it is, of course, St Andrew's Day, so we're going to be talking about that, and we are also going to be talking about the national days. Did you know that today it is Computer Security Day and Mason Jar Day, not just St Andrew's Day, but it's also those 2 days as well. So we are going to talk about that on the show. So it's all kicking off on Luke Howard Live today. So, we are going to start off then by talking about the COVID in shops, because of course from Wednesday this week they're going to be opening longer for the run-up to Christmas. Shops will stay open, okay, so we are going to talk about that. First, it's lovely to be back, and it's lovely to have your company today, and here's how you can get in touch today. Now, and I suppose a lot of people, I'm just going to get something off my chest, alright, to start with on the show today, because I've had a few prank calls on my phone and for the last couple of weeks, and it's been a private number. Now, whoever you are out there, could you please stop doing it, because it is getting on my nerves. So what we've done is I've taken my number off the Spreaker page because I've had a few prank calls and I didn't like it at all, and I can't cope with prank calls. So I've had to give my phone to my mum because because some person has been constantly ringing me up and winding me up over my YouTube channel. So because that number on there is my actual number. So what I've actually done is I've taken my phone number off the radio show page. But there are other ways how you can get in touch with the show today. You can email us, drop us an email. It's GaryJHoward68@hotmail.com. That is my agent's email. Or you can email the presenter directly via 345-457@student.hrc.ac.uk. Or you can also find me on Instagram. It is the Luke Howard fan page. And you can also use hashtags. Hashtag Luke Howard. Hashtag Luke Howard Show. Sorry, hashtag Luke Howard Live. So I got it wrong there. It's hashtag Luke Howard Live or hashtag listen to Luke Howard Live. Great ways to get in touch with Britain's best radio show. And to kickstart your days for the next 3 days, today, tomorrow, and Wednesday, and then Saturday, it's our Christmas shows. Right, okay, so let's get crack on with the show then. Because we're going to start off by talking about Christmas shopping. And shops in our country will be allowed to stay open for longer for the run-up to Christmas. And of course, in January, the Housing Secretary has said that local authorities will be able to temporarily waive the rules. This is reflecting retail opening hours. Now, writing in the Daily Telegraph, this is Robert Jenrick, okay, he said the relaxation of the rules would allow shopping, okay, to be more present and safer. I mean, we already have the shops closing for a couple of weeks, but why didn't they close for a while before anyway? But I mean, they should close for a couple of weeks, and which was what they did. And then Boris has said from Wednesday this week they can reopen up. So, if you are listening today and you do run a shop, it would be lovely to hear from you. And what do you think about what it's all about at the moment? You know how to get in touch, or just leave a message below where the show is being broadcast, and I will mention it on the show. But yeah, it is hard at the moment for a lot of local businesses to try and stay open. It has been very hard, and everyone knows that it is hard for a small shop to stay open. I mean, it's extremely hard, especially if you're trying to sell your profits and your businesses. It is very hard for a small shop to stay open. But shopkeepers and councils have decided how long stories can stay open. Now, months of restrictions to curb the spread of coronavirus has hit the high street, and it's hit it hard, okay? It has hit the high street hard, and we all know that anyway. And it's also the hope for the relaxation of opening hours is going to be boosting businesses. Now, the new rules is going to run from Monday to Saturday, which is Monday to Saturday. So that's 9 to 5, I would think. But they all know of us, and they all suspect enjoys, and they did think the crowds, and none replenish that when social distancing is so important. It's also to control the virus. And the changes do mean that local shops can open longer, ensuring more present and safer shopping will. It's going to less pressure, okay, on public transport, and they hope that it's going to be open longer, because Black Friday wasn't even a Black Friday, to be honest with you, because all the shops were closed, and no one couldn't even go to the shops anywhere to see what they could buy. So they had to buy it all online because they couldn't go to the shop to have a look to see what they were buying. Well, I never. I've seen it all now. I've seen it all. So shoppers have also turned to online purchases, and this is expecting a trend which has already been putting pressure on the high street chains. Now, I heard that Primark's going to be open 24 hours, and it's likely that and this is what's coming up in my next introduction, because it does include Topshop, Burton, and Dorothy Perkins. They're all going to be likely to be open in 24 hours. Now, who's going to want? I don't know, who's going to want to buy something at 3 o'clock in the morning? Oh, I'm fast asleep. I woke up at 3 o'clock in the morning. I think, I'm just going to pop to Primark to get myself a bra. Oh God! Oh no! That don't sound right. I'm just popping to Primark at 3 o'clock in the morning just to get a bra. Doesn't sound right to me, to be honest with you. Does not sound right to me. But I mean, really, I'm not being funny, but for someone who gets up at 3 o'clock in the morning and says, I'm just going to pop to Primark, I'm just going to pop to Dorothy Perkins to buy a new pair of boots. It just doesn't really sound right, does it? They're opening 24 hours. I mean, and I know they should open 24 hours at the moment because of Christmas, but will it really work, though? Will it work? I don't know. Do you think it'll work out there? I look at this now and I think, really? Close shop opening 24 hours? They're not going to make much profit during the middle of the night. But the Edinburgh Wooling Mill, is a lot of them shops. They're one of my favourite shops. They're going to be closing. I know I sound a bit old-fashioned, but that is one of my favourite shops. Because chains like Peacocks and Jugger are placed into administration. But the Edinburgh Wooling Mill, a lot of their shops are closing down. But thousands of retailing jobs have also been lost with other businesses, which does include Sainsbury's clothing aisle, which announced recently that it was cutting 3,500 jobs, and Sainsbury's, the shop itself, Argos outlets, of course, and fish and deli counters. But our cousin works in Argos, so my cousin works in Argos, two of my cousins work in Argos, and they are doing really well at the moment, but our cousin is there half the time, so he goes to Argos at Sainsbury's, in one of the Sainsbury's. He works in one of them ones, and he works in there, and he says it's a really good job. He loves it, he loves his friends, he's got friends there, he enjoys working there. My other cousin works there as well, she enjoys working there as well, so they love working in Argos. Do you know what I mean? My cousins work in Argos, and they enjoy working in there, so I know how they feel. But in August, Marks and Spencer's announced that it was to cut 7,000 jobs, and I know a lot of Marks and Spencer shops have also been closing down as well. I mean, we've covered shops over this term on this show thousands of times. We spoke about Debenhams, we spoke about House of Fraser, we've spoken about all these other shops that have been closing down. So, to be honest with you, I just think it's absolutely pathetic, because the wonderful world of the internet has basically taken it all over. Which is true, because it has taken it all over. But, I don't even know to go online, do you know what I mean? I sort of know how to use it. I'm really good with using the computer. I'm brilliant, I'm so good with using the computer. But to be honest with you, to look at it of the shopping online experience, I can sort of do it, but I don't actually do it. I've had to phone up a friend of mine who lives in Norfolk, who owns a tea shop, and she's got some lovely, beautiful gifts. Morning, Judith, if you're listening. Judith from the Folly. She's got lovely mugs. They're Alice in Wonderland mugs. So I phoned her up, and she's going to put some orders in for us and send it to us via the post, so she will do that for us, because she's ever so lovely. They're all lovely people up there, so visit Holt if you can, and try, or wherever, in your local town, just try and support your local people, because it's very hard. I mean, where I live, my boss, Toby, he's been open the whole way through, and I envy him. I really, really do. I must speak to him sometime today, actually, to be honest with you. I must ring him. But yeah, He's been surviving much. The bread shop next door. I mean, you've got the gift shops in Buntingford. I mean, it's really hard, isn't it, to try and survive at the moment. I mean, even if it's going to pick up the post one day, we can do a couple of orders. I mean, it is very, very hard at this very moment to try and do as much as you can. I mean, it's hard. I mean, and I just think, come on, people. Come on, do as much as you can, please, to try and support local people, because it's hard. There is a virus, and it's really hard. So what are you doing? Please go out there and support the local people, because they'd love you to be there. They really, really would. And it'd be great to go to support them as well. Now, another story that we're going to be talking about now is St. Andrew's Day. We've got to talk about St. Andrew's Day because it's also known, would you believe, as Endermas, and it's the feast day of Andrew. Who's Andrew? Who the heck is Andrew? Well, Andrew... But Andrew is, of course, from Scotland, and today we celebrate that St. Andrew's Day because it is a special day, and it's celebrated on the 30th, which is today. The 30th is today, and which is today, and it's St. Andrew's Day, and it's the St. Andros Day. I knew it was St. Andros Day, and it's the Lanoma Andros, which has also been a nationality holiday in Romania since 2015. Now, it's also the disciple in the New Testament who introduced the brother, the Aspros Peter, and the Jesus, and as the monastery, and he is the patron saint of Cyprus, not the patron saint of Spain, the patron saint of Cyprus. Now, Scotland, Greece, Romania, Russia, Ukraine. Now, the equivalent participate of the state, which is St. Andros, which is also known as St. Andrews in Barbados and Tenerife. Now, in Germany, would you believe, the feast is celebrated, and it's Andros in Austria as well, because they celebrate it there as well, and it's the Andrews Prayer as well. So let's actually talk about what they're doing in Scotland, because it is a bank holiday today in Scotland. So they celebrate it in Scotland, of course, and it's a nationality, and it's a festival. But of course, you can't do very much today with St. Andrew's Day, because of course what is going on in the world, and it's also a bank holiday, and it's designed today as an official bank holiday, of course, the 30th of November, and it also falls on the weekend in the next Monday, which is a bank holiday instead. Although it is a bank holiday, banks are not required to close, and employers are required to give their employees the day off as a holiday. But they're saying that it's in Scotland, and it has been celebrated all those years, for years and years and years. So I tell you what they do in Scotland. They cook lovely food, and they enjoy it, and they have festivals, but of course they can't do that at the moment. It's a 2-week-long holiday celebration, and that's what they do in Scotland to celebrate St. Andrew's Day. So if you are celebrating St. Andrew's Day today, enjoy, and don't do anything I wouldn't do. Let's drink tea, eat cakes, and that's it. I mean, that's what I do. Do you know what I mean? That's stuff I do, so don't do what I do, basically. Right, still to come on the show. We're going to be talking about COVID infections as well. And of course, there's all